everyone. Welcome to tonight's Big Brother Canada 9 chat.
Whoa, are we already on episode 10?
We are.
Seems like 20.
Oh.
Alright, so last time, Kiefer, the HOH, nominated Kyle and Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
The Showmance, the bromance.
Yeah, what's their name? Oh, Showtime. They call themselves Showtime.
Okay. So...
Would you say it's Showtime now?
No.
Oh.
So, Kiefer wants the noms to stay the same.
Kyle is his target.
Really?
He played it up like Rohan was in his speech because he was all like, I'm upset about the way you talked to me during the pantry incident, blah, blah, blah. But he's trying to hide the fact that his real target is Kyle.
Well, Ro did not like the speech that Kiefer gave because he felt like he was dragged.
Yeah. There was a whole lot of drama surrounding that pantry incident.
Yeah.
Like, your apologies weren't genuine, blah,
Stuff
blah,
your
blah.
sorries in a sack.
Yeah.
Alright, so immediately, or at least on the show, there was a ball pit meeting between Kyle and Ro.
They went in there. They had to calm down. They were pretty upset about that speech that Kiefer gave.
Yeah.
They feel like he doesn't practice what he preaches.
Well, they're taking a total dump on Kiefer's game. I mean, is it warranted? Maybe.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, the pantry thing was really dumb. They should not have done that. That was so lame. But Kiefer does like to talk a big game, and he doesn't always practice what he preaches.
They said this was a bad move for Kiefer. What do you think?
It's tough to say. I mean, Kyle and Ro are going after Jed and Ty. They were not going after Kiefer, but they're saying it's a bad move because they don't realize that Kiefer has been working with Ty, Jed, and Beth this whole time in the Sunsetters. They're like, why is he protecting these three people that voted for him to go? Like, it's not adding up for them.
Right.
But they're not realizing that there was already an alliance there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a bad move for him or not, even knowing what I know. Mm-hmm. So,
it's tough to say. Who knows? Who's to say?
All right. Well, Kiefer, Jed, and Ty have more blowing off some steam in the HOH room.
They're so excited
Ridiculous
to see Kyle
celebration.
and Ro up on the block. They're jumping around the HOH room, jumping onto the bed, having a lot of fun with it.
Would love to see that bed collapse.
Oh, damn!
I'm like the I forget what season it was. The hot tub repair guy. That they leaked the footage of because somebody had inadvertently put a hole in the cover for the hot tub. And the guy was like, oh, F. Now who's going to fix it?
I guess
That's
he was.
Me.
Oh,
That's
no.
Me.
Well, they're pretty pumped because this is what LaToya would have done if she was still in the game and she won HOH.
Yeah.
She wanted to put Kyle and Ro up on the block. So they're all saying, this is for LT.
Right. Well, whatever. So, Ro and Vic have a chat. Mm-hmm. And Vic is surprised, Spicy V is surprised that she is not on the block.
No, she's not.
So am I. I'm a little surprised she's not on the block.
She is super tight with Kiefer now. He is really grateful. He's really grateful that she protected him last week. Even though she put him up on the block, she told him exactly what was going to happen. And that is what happened. She followed through on that. So he wants to do the same for her. And he was like, I'm going to keep you safe this week. But she's playing it up with other people like she could be in danger. And she can't believe she's not up on the block.
They also badmouth Beth a little bit. They said that she's fake AF. And I agree. I agree.
Yeah, they're not feeling Beth.
All right. Well,
they would love to see her go up as replacement nominee. But that's not going to happen with Kiefer in the HOH room.
Now we gotta talk some slop with the olds.
Okay.
So Tina and Tara, this is like the Tina and Tara show, and we're just living in it. Or we're just watching it.
They're on Slop this week, along with Ro and Spicy V. Tara is having a very tough time with it. She is ready to snap.
Everybody's cooking this tasty food, and they're not doing it the right way. They're leaving their crap around. They're waiting for 5 minutes before the dishwasher cycle is finished and putting in crusty plates that have never seen a rinse.
Gross. Yeah, Tara had a lot to say about how sloppy some of these other house guests are.
I even found half a crust of bread in the jam. I'd like to know what that story was.
Oh, God.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
moving on.
Her kids are neater than these.
That's what she said.
These older kids. All right. So dishwashers don't. They're not magicians.
Well,
okay?
you could have fooled me with that commercial that comes on all the time with that freaking magician kid.
That kid's a fraud. Because there's no way that baked on stuff is coming off with sunlight. That's not even a name brand down here. That's the cheap stuff.
Damn. Anyway.
Ty and Beth, they're chatting.
This is basically their HOH this week. No, it's not. But they have a lot of pull with Kiefer.
Don't forget Jed.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, like, all of them and Jed. They have a lot of pull with Kiefer. And they're starting to think, should there be a backdoor target this week? You know, Kiefer was kind of playing it up like there could be to try and save face with Ro and Kyle. Yeah. But, like, maybe we should actually do that. Maybe... I have to sneeze.
Oh, okay.
maybe we should get rid of Austin this week. They feel very threatened by her.
Especially Ty.
And Beth.
Okay.
Yeah, they do not know where she stands. They don't know who she's actually loyal to besides Brayden. And they don't know who she would put up if she won HOH.
Yeah. Austin,
There's rumors going around that Austin doesn't
not
trust Beth.
Who would?
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
mean...
She's super sneaky.
It was really creepy, too, the way Ty was like, we'll never turn on each other, will we? We never will, never.
Yeah, well, they're seeing that the oddballs really fell apart after they lost power, and they're like, oh, last week when we weren't in power, like, we stayed together the whole time, sunsetters, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, but then what happens when you get to the...
What about Tina? I don't think she's with you guys anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, for now, for this week, yeah, but anyway.
All right, well, Kyle and Ro, they're like, there should be floaters on the block, and...
Well, that's the impression that they're under.
What are you guys?
After what they've heard from Kiefer. Well, they're on a side. They're on a side for sure. But Kiefer's been telling them, like,
maybe
I want...
coasters.
I mean, I wouldn't call them coasters. They just... they just haven't won any comps yet.
Yeah.
But, I don't think they're coasters. Oh my god, I'm having...
Cough it up.
Issues. Anyway,
they think they're going to be okay as long as one of them wins the veto.
Because Kiefer, again, has been playing it off like maybe he's got a backdoor plan in place and neither of them are actually the target. But then they're like, well, why would he burn bridges with us and put us up on the block and not, like, some actual floaters? It's not adding up. What Kiefer is telling them is not adding up. Because it's a bunch of lies.
You think they're starting to suspect something?
I think they might be.
I hope so.
Something's not right here.
Well, Austin and Kyle, are they in a showmance?
A showmance? It's brewing. They've been very flirty. Yeah.
Will they do anything before the...
Well, there was like a drunken party that Big Brother gave them the other night, and it sounded like maybe something happened.
Do you think they gave them a drunken party to coax them into doing something so that they could have some footage for the show?
It's possible.
Right?
I don't know. But yeah, everybody's noticing that those two are getting super close.
And it's not just braiding hair that's going down.
They're no throuple, but
no,
there could be something there.
Has anyone done anything gross in the house yet besides grabbing wieners?
I know that, you know, there's been wiener grabbing, but I don't know. I don't need to know. That's another thing. Like, during the drunken party, apparently it could have been Beth and Jed. Like, something was going down there. I don't know, but...
Okay.
Drop date.
Oh, boy. All right, so it's time to pick players for the Power Veto.
Okay.
Kiefer picks Beth.
Okay.
Ro picks Jed.
Oh, man. We got a bunch of Sunsetters playing. And then Kyle picks out... Austin.
Yep. So that means worst case scenario for Ro.
That's not looking good, yeah, because you got a bunch of people that are on the other side, and then
somebody who's going to play for Kyle.
The one person that's on your own side is probably going to use it on Kyle over you. So that's not great for him.
Well, Ro is going on the campaigning tour, the pre-campaigning tour.
Yeah, so he is trying to make sure he's going to have a good chance to win this thing because he's like, I got to win this because nobody else is going to use it on me. So he's telling Jed, I think maybe you should, like, throw it because...
If I were Jed, I would have laughed in his face. Are you kidding me?
Keep in mind, the 4 guys, Jed, Ty, Ro, and Kyle, all have this, like, truce
But
going
they're in
on.
an unspoken war.
Yeah, but they are also in a spoken truce, so they're trying to, like, play it up with each other, like they're trying to keep each other safe, but in reality... So Ro was like, yeah, it would look really weird if you won and, like, used it on me. So maybe you should just, like, throw it.
Why would he use it on him?
Again, because of the truce.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
As ridiculous as it is, Jed did consider, what if I did throw it? Or what if I did win it and use it on Ro or Kyle and try and, like, gain favor with them? That was not just one discussion, but multiple discussions. Beth was also involved in those discussions. I know. It's insane.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it really is.
So Jed is saying, oh, yeah, I was playing along with it and telling Ro, okay, like, I'll throw it.
All right. Well, Ro then goes to Braden and Austin and says, no, I don't want you to throw this.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. He's afraid that she's going to use it on Kyle,
but at the
it would
same
be
time,
worse if Jed won it.
Yeah.
Maybe, and...
They're really just trying to make sure that one of them will come down because they're still holding out hope that somebody else
backdoor
outside of their group will go up on the block. They're hoping it's going to be Victoria because they feel like they'll be able to stay against her. Spicy V.
No,
okay.
not Spicy V.
So then Ro also checked in with Kiefer and he's like, I just want to see, like, and make sure you are open to, like, a backdoor situation, right? And Kiefer's like, yeah, like, whatever. Play hard for the POV.
Is Ro playing too hard?
Yes.
Or
he has been this whole time.
Has he just been getting a heavy edit, or...
No, he's been playing the pantry incident. The paranoia. He does not do well with the paranoia.
No. All right. Well, it's time for
at least in this case, he's actually on the block, so it makes sense that he'd be running around. But, like...
There's a lot of... talking.
All right.
It's too much talking.
It's time for the POV competition.
All right. So they come out in their mole costumes.
Wow.
Canada has the best costumes.
Face paint and all. That's fun.
Yes. It's called Mole in One.
This competition was creative. I enjoyed this.
I really did enjoy this. They were inside molehills. Mm-hmm. And there's little holes they could stick their heads up.
It was like this maze table.
Right. But it didn't move.
Yeah.
So it's like whack-a-mole, except you're the mole.
You're the mole.
And there's no whacking. So
it's just blowing.
Oh. You know how bad that sounds.
I know. But they had to move their balls.
They had to blow their balls.
The table, and they could only move them with their mouths.
Oh. They had to get 10 in the final hole.
Yeah, and there were all sorts of, like, obstacles they had to get around and, like, little traps and everything. Yeah. So, yeah, they had to crawl around. Now we know why everybody's knees were so banged up. Why didn't they give them knee pads?
I know. I guess it would have ruined the costume, right?
I guess.
But come on, their knees, man.
Yeah.
They could have, like, tore a knee or something. Mm. Kyle started off with one of those hangers where it wouldn't, like, go in the hole because it was, like, he overshot the hole.
I was surprised
that he did get it.
That last bit didn't have, like, any sort of barrier.
Because
that's intense.
If you did it too hard, it was going to go bloop.
To make it all the way to the end and then the ball falls. Oof. But yeah, Kyle was having a tough time too because he's really tall.
And he was trapped in that molehill. Mm-hmm. Was Austin alive? She was just like...
Yeah, that was insane to watch. Everybody else was like...
Yeah.
And she's just like...
Guess she was not emotionally invested in this competition.
Crazy.
Ro, I gotta hand it to him, figured out that the best route to take...
It was a longer route.
Yes.
But it had less obstacles.
So it was a real tortoise in the hair. Tortoise in the hair.
I mean, he figured it out. It was working for him. He got into a rhythm. It really came down to him and Jed.
Yeah, they were tied at 5. And I think that was painfully obvious to Ro that Jed was not going to be throwing the competition.
Yes.
So they both turned on the...
They turned it into overdrive.
Rohan won, but I think it was mostly because Jed choked.
Yeah, he had a couple of times where he got like all the way to the end and then just like crapped out.
Yeah.
He went too hard and it went past the hole
Yeah.
and it fell right off. So Rohan ended up winning. Good for him.
Yeah.
And after being on Slop for like 3 weeks too.
Yeah. All right, so Kyle is worried that he might be going because Rohan is obviously going to be using the POV on himself.
So who's going to be your replacement? Blah, 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 blah. They're going to try and get Victoria up on the block. They're trying to get...
Spicy V!
I know. The oddballs are throwing her under the bus. They're trying to get Kyle, Brayden, Tina, and Tara to push for this. But Tina and Tara are like, no, we don't want any part of this.
But wait, I have a Skip the Dishes announcement. Skip the Dishes announcement. Listen up.
All y'all have nots, line up.
Right, so our King of Congeniality, Brayden, got to announce the Skip
Well, he
the
was
Dishes.
last week's winner.
That's
so.
right. So we find out that Canada has picked Ro for
Good choice,
Skip the
Canada.
Dishes.
Good choice.
If I was Skip the Dishes, I would have been so pissed because
Why?
they spent a total of 10 seconds
Yeah, they
on
didn't
this.
show the whole, like, checking out the menu thing this time.
I know, and I really like that part. Because I want to see what's available.
Uh-huh. We don't even live in Canada.
I know, but whenever we go out to eat, we always have to look at the full menus online before we even go.
I guess.
All right, so...
We don't get out very often.
We don't. That's why I want to see the menu.
Okay.
So, he got 3 shopping bags of stuff.
What was that? It almost looked like some sort of barbecue or something. I don't know.
Did he get, like, stuff from, like, 3 different places?
I don't
He had,
know.
like, 3 shopping bags?
I don't know, but he got a lot of food, and Victoria was just like...
Let me smell it, please.
Yeah, that sucks, but...
Smells so good.
He is done with Slop for the rest of the week.
Well, good for him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Kiefer and Ty are playing chess.
Talking about the replacement
Little
nominee.
meeting of the minds.
Ty wants Austin up on the block. He kind of wants Austin to go. And Kiefer's like...
Yeah. Who do you want up?
Yeah.
It's so funny because Kiefer looks like our old neighbor.
Yeah, he does. So
Who
then...
was Canadian, by the way.
Yes. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So then Kyle and Kiefer were chatting because Kyle is trying to get Spicy V up on the block because he thinks that's his best chance of staying. So he's telling Kiefer, keep me. I'm not going to hold any grudges.
I'll be loyal.
We can start fresh after this.
Put up Victoria. She's on an island.
Yeah,
You're not
because
gonna piss anybody else off.
I don't think they really addressed this on the episode. Kiefer was telling people if somebody other than the nominees uses the veto, he would put up the veto holders like pair, like their closest ally. So like if Austin had won the veto, he'd be like, well, if you do that, I'm gonna put up Brayden.
Oh.
So he was taking a page out of Victoria's book from last week.
Which was a great freaking page.
Yeah.
I have to say, that was a fantastic strategy.
So people were thinking, okay, well, Victoria, she's like on an island. She doesn't have
a pair.
A close person, like one close person that she's working with. So she would be like the ideal person to put up. It's less blood on your hands. And you won't have all these people mad at you.
Right. All right. Well, Kiefer and Spicy V have a chat. This was like the HOH revolving door.
Yeah.
It was just like in, next, next.
And again, Kiefer feels like he owes Victoria. He wants to work with her. He actually really trusts her. So he lets her know.
I'd love to see the two of them working together and maybe Final Four, Tina and Tara.
Maybe.
Kiefer, Spicy V.
Maybe.
That
Something
might
about
be
Kiefer, I don't know. But
Kiefer says to Spicy V, there is a lot of people throwing your name out there for Backdoor.
She knows. She knows people are throwing her under the bus.
Kyle is begging people to come to me to tell me to put you up.
Kyle and Ro were putting a lot of pressure on Tina and Tara to try and talk to Kiefer and get Victoria up on the block, and they didn't want to do it. They were like, no freaking way.
Well, Spicy V says, Kiefer, put up Austin. Okay, can I bring you a coffee?
Yeah.
I felt like he was just like, okay. All right, so then Austin has her turn with Kiefer. Sorry, I just can't get past that. That's like a guy's name in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going up?
Well, okay. Also, keep in mind.
Well, you're not going home.
Kiefer promised Austin during the HOH competition before the tiebreaker, like, you're going to be safe this week. I'm not going to put you in danger, blah, 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 whatever. But now he's talking like he's going to be putting her up on the block.
You know what? Spicy V did the very same thing the week before that and changed her mind and did whatever she wanted. So apparently that's okay. That would piss me off.
You can bounce checks. It's Big Brother.
I know. I don't like that though.
Well, I mean, there's going to be consequences when you play like that.
Well, yeah. And also, he said, I heard you were in a 4-person alliance.
He's talking about Brayden, Kyle, and Ro, which, yeah, they're working together. She's like, what? Yeah. It's so crazy.
What? You want to hear me sing? Don't make me sing.
Don't make me sing.
Right. So now it's time for the POV ceremony. And Kyle says, I'm in a bromance with you, and you are wonderful, blah,
Use
blah, blah.
Use the POV on yourself.
Yes. I can't deny the world you staying in the game.
Oh, you too.
So, of course, Rohan uses it on himself.
Mm-hmm.
And Kiefer wastes no time putting up Austin.
Yeah.
And...
yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. Austin takes her seat. I just want to say, I feel like... Okay. On the show, they made it seem like, oh my god, who's he going to put up? Like, what's going on? He knew from, like, the night that he won that he was going to put up Austin as the pawn, like, the replacement nominee if necessary.
Right.
This was not, like, some up-in-the-air thing.
Right.
But...
All right.
Anyway.
Well, his excuse was that she used him as a pawn on her HOH.
Right.
And what the hell was said by the announcer at the end of the show?
I know.
Invisible HOH?
What's that all about?
What?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait to see what that's all about.
I guess we're getting a twist this week.
Is Canada the invisible HOH?
I don't know. That'd be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah. But
let us know what your thoughts about that is.
Let us know your theories.
Yeah.
And let us know who you want to go home. Is it going to be Kyle or Austin?
All right, that's it. That's it.
Yep.
Okay, until tomorrow.
Much love.